This is an emergency briefing. The United States Department of Defense and the Center for Disease Control have analyzed the threat of Delta 12, also known as the Infectious virus. It is clear that the virus is very contagious and is similar to the rabies virus. Symptoms include but are not limited to fever, headache, vomiting, sore throat and a cough. Then the virus follows up with a neurologic period which leads to convulsions, hypersalivation, and hydrophobia, hallucinations, paralysis, hyperventilation. It then follows with a fatal seizure and turns the brain into a homicidal state. If you, or someone you know who has any of these symptoms, please do not wait and notify the authorities immediately. Our Delta 12 task force will handle the situation. Please stay calm and remain vigilant for the next briefing message. This is an emergency message, number 2. For the past 2 months a new rapidly growing virus by the name Delta 12, also known as the Infectious virus, has been spreading rapidly in the United States. Cases were first reported in Seattle and California. The pathogen has completely puzzled scientists as it is unclear how this virus mutated from the rabies virus and quickly began to spread. The method of transmission from wild animals has not been confirmed as no actual cases were reported in any wild animal so far. It is likely that the virus could possibly be airborne due to its rapid spread across the United States. The most infected states with the Delta 12 virus are California, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Washington, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. Almost 30 million American citizens have been infected with Delta 12 and is continuing to spread rapidly. The pandemic has caused mass devastation and many towns and cities are in complete disarray from the virus. Our military blockades are holding up but are weakening at an alarming rate. The only states without any cases are Montana, North Dakota, New Hampshire, and Maine. Refugees will not be accepted in any state under federal law. This was done to try and stop the spread of the Delta 12 virus from crossing state borders. Electric and gas usage will be cut off for periods of time throughout the day to preserve limited resources due to the pandemic. Every military base and safe zone will be distributed a year-worth supply of food and water for up to 300 to 1,000 soldiers. For the general public, we will be giving out 5 months' worth of food to families in need. Although food supply is not low yet, risk of food shortage can happen within the next year. Please stay calm and remain vigilant for the next briefing message. This is an emergency message, number 3. Delta 12, also known as the Infectious virus, has caused millions of infected people to become aggressive and turn their brain into a homicidal state of mind. As a result, thousands of infected people are gathering in large groups that pose a huge threat to those non-infected. Those who are caught in hordes of infected are in immediate danger to their life. Infected hordes travel fast and are gaining in numbers. Stay away from malls, populated cities or any area that's crowded. Stay off roads and find the nearest military base or safe zone spot. The only way hordes of infected are slowing down is from any severe weather that so happens to be in the way of the hordes. The largest hordes that pose a risk are Los Angeles, California, San Francisco, California, Seattle, Washington, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Miami, Florida, Melbourne, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, Illinois, St. Louis, Missouri, Cincinnati, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Newark, New Jersey. Please stay calm and remain vigilant for the next briefing message. This is an emergency message, number 4. Within the past 2 weeks, Delta 12 has made its way towards the northeastern United States. The virus started making its way from Kentucky all the way towards Vermont. Most extreme cases are reported in West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New Jersey. Military safe zones A and B have been compromised and overtaken by infected hordes. Safe Zone C's status is unknown at this moment. More information of Safe Zone C will be discussed later in the upcoming briefing. Safe Zones D, E, and F are all safe from infected hordes at this time. If you know any military personnel who have symptoms of Zelta 12 or are already infected, please report them to higher command or the Zelta 12 task force immediately. Please stay calm and remain vigilant for the next briefing message. This is an emergency message, number 5. Military Safe Zone C status is unknown at this time. There has been no signal from any military personnel in the area. Further investigation is needed for status on the military safe zone. The last time the safe zone was in contact with higher command was 3 hours ago at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It is believed that Safe Zone C is taken by a horde of infected. The population of Riverside is small with around 1,858 people in the area, which around 1,740 of those living there are infected. Potential survivors of around 118 people are in the area. Greater number in hordes are possible from other cities and towns nearby, making the threat even more deadly. A military plan to check the safe zone and secure it is in order and will be announced. Please stay calm and remain vigilant for the next briefing message. This is an emergency message, number 6. Following up to the previous briefing on Safe Zone C and what is occurring at the moment, a plan is now made for Group Task Force ACE. The plan is called Operation Stinger. Sergeant Smith will be leading the squad to infiltrate Safe Zone C and investigate any signs of a breaching from any infected. If breach has occurred, units shall destroy the safe zone to slow down any infected hordes. Good luck and God bless America.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!